Good evening. Good evening, honorees and guests, and friends old and friends new. My name is Joshua Boson, and on behalf of the Board of Governors of the State Bar of Georgia, Alicia Hargrove and Katie Dodd, co-chairs of the Committee to Promote Inclusion in the Profession, and LaQuaria Barton and Annalise Codrington, co-chairs of tonight's event, welcome to the 2022 Commitment to Equality Awards. We are so excited to see so many of you in person, and for those of you that are unable to join us, we are pleased to have you with us on our live stream. This is our first in-person event since the pandemic began, and we are so pleased that it is this momentous occasion that has gathered all of us together. The Commitment to Equality Awards are the signature program of the State Bar of Georgia's Committee to Promote Inclusion in the Profession. The charge of the committee is to facilitate, analyze, and present for consideration initiatives and programs which increase participation, retention, and representation of diverse attorneys in the legal profession in Georgia that accurately reflects the makeup of our state. In this effort, the committee works towards inclusion of lawyers who have been historically underrepresented. Tonight's awards recognize the important work of lawyers and legal employers who are committed to providing opportunities that foster a more diverse legal profession. We have a special program planned for you tonight that not only honors the accomplishments of our 2022 awardees, but we are also pleased to celebrate our 2021 recipients as well. Due to some scheduling constraints, awards may be presented this evening in a different order than appears in your program, but everyone will, of course, be recognized this evening. With that, let's go ahead and begin. We'll start with the Randolph W. Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award. The State Bar of Georgia's Committee to Promote Inclusion in the Profession named its highest award, the Randolph W. Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award, to honor the legacy of the iconic Georgia lawyer who epitomized commitment to equality and professionalism. As the initiator of the committee's frontrunner, the Women and Minorities in the Profession Committee, Thrower's legacy lives today. The Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes outstanding individuals who have dedicated their careers to these causes. I am pleased to identify our first recipient this year, and that is the Honorable Alvin T. Wong.
The Honorable Alvin T. Wong was elected judge of the State Court of DeKalb County, Georgia's third largest county, in 1998. He was the first Asian Pacific American to run for public office in Metro Atlanta and is the first APA to be elected judge in the Southeast. Judge Wong spearheaded the initiative that led to the founding of the Georgia Asian Pacific American Bar Association, or GAPABA, that currently boasts over 750 active members throughout the state of Georgia and counts among its ranks general counsel of major corporations, elected officials, judges, public servants, partners at top-ranked firms, and attorneys who lead their own practices. Throughout his career, Judge Wong has shattered ceilings and has ensured representation of Asian Pacific American voices in countless settings. Additionally, he has been a prominent and exemplary leader within the GAPABA and the larger Georgia legal community. Judge Wong has received many awards and recognitions for his great achievements within the Asian Pacific American community. However, he has also devoted a tremendous amount of time to uplifting other diverse communities within the legal profession. Based on the model he utilized to successfully found the GAPABA, Judge Wong worked and helped to create the Georgia Hispanic Bar Association. His commitment to community and diversity literally knows no bounds. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute our Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, the Honorable Alvin T. Wong.
They told me to be short. It's GAPABA, G-A-P-A-B-A, GAPABA. It was telling you that we have about 750 members. In 1993, when we started, we had to have 13 people to start a chapter. So Natsu Saito, who is now a law professor at Georgia State, she was an associate at Chalmers Sanders then. She and I took the bar book. We had a bar book, you know, the book, actually a book with all the lawyers' name in it. It was like a phone book. We got the phone book, and we circled anybody that sounded Asian and called them. You know, if it was a Christopher Lee, I ain't Asian. If it was a Jong Bong Lee, he's Asian. So we got enough people to start the organization. Over the years, I've been very fortunate. I had great law partners. I had great mentors. At the end of the day, what we're talking about, diversity, inclusion, equity, all of these things, it comes down to one word: opportunity. Okay? Everybody deserves it. And for those of us who are older, more established, it's just time to pay it forward. Give the next generation that opportunity. It's on you, it's on me. So thank you so much for this Lifetime Achievement Award. I want to recognize my Chief Justice, my wife, Jeannie Lynn, whose decisions are not subject to appeal. She has supported me, counseled me, well, more like instructed me, for 30-some years, and I'm grateful to have her. So thank you again. Appreciate it very much. One thing. And I apologize, and I hope you will forgive me. I want to congratulate all of the other recipients tonight. I cannot be here with you. I have a scheduling conflict. I gotta go run to GAPABA to present 2 public service scholarships to 2 young kids from Georgia State. So I'm gonna go pay it forward. So congratulations, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Judge. Our next recipient of the Randolph W. Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award for 2022 is our good friend, C.K. Hoffler.
Tracia C.K. Hoffler is a leader who has contributed to uplifting African-American lawyers and law students wherever she goes. Coming to Georgia, she immediately aligned herself with the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys, named the top voluntary bar in Georgia by the State Bar of Georgia for more than a dozen years, and the Gate City Bar Association, the oldest African-American bar in Georgia. She can always be called upon to teach and uplift while inspiring current and future attorneys of color. Among the many activities she has done is an informal mentoring program in which lawyers throughout Georgia shadow her in her law practice, a law school scholarship program she sponsors and funds through the Gate City Bar Judicial Section, and teaching trial techniques to practitioners. CK has been a community contributor in organizations that uplift people and communities of color throughout Georgia, the U.S., Africa, Europe, and the Caribbean. She is a former president of the National Bar Association, the nation's oldest and largest national national network of predominantly African American attorneys and judges representing the interests of approximately 66,000 lawyers, judges, law professors, and law students. She served on school boards, her Georgetown Law School Alumni Board, the Washington Urban League, Norfolk Airport Authority, and is an active mother in Jack and Jill Incorporated. Her entire career reflects her commitment to equality as much as her commitment to excellence in the practice of law. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute our Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Tricia C.K. Hoffler.
To Vince Bailey, thank you so much for all that you do and for that magnificent video. To my fellow honoree, the extraordinary Judge Wong, thank you so much at all that you do, because we all stand on your shoulders to some degree. And we thank you to your Chief of Staff, your Chief Justice, for all that you do. Tonight is such an important night for all of us, because although I've won many awards, like many people in this room, it means something to me. It really means something to me when I'm given an award for contributing to equality, to justice, to making this country a better country. That's exceptional for me, and I'm very humbled and honored by this award. I want to thank my good friend, the extraordinary, trailblazing Averita Hanson. We have got to give her a round of applause for all that she's done. To our immediate past president of the Georgia Bar, Don Jones, thank you for all that you do. To this exceptional committee that has put this program together, to the other honorees, there's so many people that I'd like to thank, but I have to really take a moment and pause and thank my family. Because you see, in our tradition, family is so important. And I have 2 children. Many of you know I have 2 children because I talk about them all the time. And in fact, I do what I do so that my children can live in this country and do better than I did, go further than I went. And I say that in all honesty because they are my reason for being at this point. So I'd like you, Ozzy, my oldest son, Ozzy Hoffler, to stand, and my younger son, AJ Hoffler, to stand. And I want to thank you all. And so, you know, I knew, just very briefly, that because my sons have been with me throughout this journey, and they often, when they were younger, they didn't have a choice. They had to come to every event, every award, and they sat there. But you see, now, because they're a bit older, I leave them with choices. But I knew that the best way to encourage their participation tonight was to also invite their girlfriends, who are phenomenal. I knew it. And so, Amaya, if you would also stand, and I thank you so much for coming and encouraging my son to come. And Mel, thank you so much for being here. Mel and Ozzy go to Kansas State together, and my younger son, AJ's at Woodward Academy, and so we really, truly appreciate all that they do, because you know this is a family. But I can't stop there, because I have to go back to where it all started. You see, you don't become the kind of woman that I am, the kind of person that I am, without having extraordinary role models, exceptional role models, who taught me early on that I must refuse to be denied. Well, what does that mean? That if someone tells me no, I have to make it my business to do it. If someone tries to stop me, I have to overcome an obstacle. That race, gender, whatever characteristic that I may have that someone else doesn't like, can never be an excuse not to achieve. The tenacity, my determination, my willingness to push and to do what's right comes straight from my mother. So I'd like to thank my mother, Pauline Levy. Please stand. And thank you for all that you've done for me, for our family, for just being that role model. But, you know, not to be outdone by my father, Sid Levy. Because as a grandfather of 6, count them, 6 boys between the ages of 15 and 20. Yes, 6, grandfather. And as a great father for all of us, a great father for our friends. You know, there are always fathers who are fathers for our friends. Someone who has been a role model for us, a corporate executive, and someone who has always been there to support us and say to us, you're great. There's nothing better than telling a child you are great. Even when you make a mistake. You made a mistake, you discipline them, but I love you, and you're great. Sid Levy, thank you. So I will close, because I know I only have a couple minutes, by saying this. So, but you know, you give a trial lawyer a microphone. I mean, I don't know what that is. But anyway, I recognize we're here at the bar. You know, God has blessed me so much. And so I really grew up thinking I had no choice but to bless others. I had no choice but to work as hard as I could. And I say that to my children. You all also have no choice but to be the best that you can be, because not everybody gets an opportunity. What you all may not know is I'm originally from Buffalo, New York. Every minute of the day I think about those families, because why? It could have been my family. It could have been my sister. It could have been me. We could have been visiting Buffalo and passing through that neighborhood. We could have gone to Tops, because Tops is really the only supermarket in that community. We could have been there, but for the grace of God, there go I. So when I tell you that when God gives you the blessings, you have no choice. So I don't get caught up in anything that I do that might be great, because quite frankly, I had to do good things, great things, and try to make this community and this world better. But I have to say thank you to God for giving me the opportunity, for giving me a voice to speak truth to power, whether I'm speaking on a radio station, commenting, I don't know, on MSNBC or something about things that are important to this country. I will never stop. And I will never stop until justice is done, until I know that my children won't walk out the door fearing that they may get shot, fearing that they may get stopped by the police, and not live through that experience. So long as that's happening, and in the back of my mind, and people are randomly shooting, as they did, massacring 10 innocent people and injuring 3 others in Buffalo, and destroying and decimating a community, as long as that happens, and that voting rights are suppressed, you can count on me, ladies and gentlemen, of always being front center and pushing for justice. Thank you.
Well, CK may be a trial lawyer, but we also just went to church, so. Okay. On to our 2022 Commitment to Equality Awards. These awards recognize the efforts of individuals, companies, and legal employers who are committed to providing opportunities that foster a more diverse legal profession for members of underrepresented groups in the state of Georgia. These awards are presented to lawyers who not only personally excel in their own practice, but who have demonstrated a commitment to promoting diversity in the legal profession. Our first recipient for 2022 is Niota Tucker.
A barrier-breaking pioneer who first integrated her high school and then the University of Georgia Law School as the first black female graduate, Sharon Niota Tucker has been recognized numerous times for her professional and community work. She has received several Teacher of the Year awards, in addition to the Trailblazer Award by the UGA Black Law Student Association, the Justice Lee Award Sears Award for Distinction in the Profession by the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys, the USG Chancellor's Recognition for Distinguished Service to the University System of Georgia. Niota continues to give a significant amount of love and service back to her community. She has served on the Board of Trustees for the Harry S. Truman Scholarship Foundation, the Board of Directors for Liberty House and as a member of the Advisory Committee on Law and Criminal Justice at the Washington Center. She currently serves on the Board of Directors for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Albany and is a member of the Dougherty County Hospital Authority Board. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute Sharon Niota Tucker.
This award is special, okay, and it's special on so many levels. I'm only going to share two of the reasons that I am really just so elated to be a recipient of this award. And one is that when your peers recognize your life work as meaningful and valuable, that means a whole lot, especially when that life work promotes equality. So this is really, I'm not often speechless, I may be right now. The other reason is because my life work actually involved teaching, and I also served as a university attorney at an HBCU, Albany State University, and I've got several Albany State University students here. Yeah, go Rams. And what makes this award really special is that 3 of my students are major contributors to tonight's program. 2 of them worked on the committee planning this and selecting the recipients tonight. Attorney Alicia Hargrove, and also attorney and Dr. Yoshana Jones-Hill. They were my babies, and you know, I can see the good work that we all did, and I hope that being a cheerleader helped to get them to where they are. I'm also elated that one of the honorees tonight is a former student, Judge Tabitha Ponder. It doesn't get any better than that when you can share an award with someone that you grew with, that you learned with, and it really has been just part of an amazing life, a blessed life. So I'm honored to be here among tonight's recipients, and I hope that the work that we have done inspires others. There is no greater cause than to work for equality, diversity, and justice. In fact, I thought about Micah, the 6th chapter, 8th verse, which says, "The Lord God has told us what is right and what he demands. Seek that justice is done. Let mercy be your first concern, and humbly obey your God." All of tonight's recipients are ones who have done that. I'm honored to be among them, and I invite all of you to join us, because diversity, equity, and justice is all of our responsibility. Thank you.
Our next Commitment to Equality Award winner for 2022 is, in fact, the Honorable Tabitha Ponder.
Cobb County Magistrate Judge the Honorable Tabitha Ponder is recognized statewide for her expertise and commitment in improving access to justice. She currently serves as the contracted staff attorney for the Georgia Judicial Council's Access to Justice Committee under the leadership of Justice Charles Bethel. Judge Ponder was recently appointed to staff the Judicial Council's new ad hoc committee on improving community access to legal resources. She was appointed to serve as special master for Cobb County Superior Court in 2017. Judge Ponder previously taught as an adjunct professor for 7 years at Albany State University. Judge Ponder is a member of the Georgia Bar Association and the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys. She also serves as a board member of the Georgia Association of Women Lawyers as vice president of the Leadership Academy. Her service also extends to the Cobb County Bar Association, Gate City Bar Association, the Cobb County Branch NAACP, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute the Honorable Tabitha Ponder.
Good evening. Let me try that again. I'm from Moultrie. Good evening. Good evening. See, we're from the country. We speak to folks. But I want to say thank you to the committee for recognizing the work that we do. It is really important work. I've been just so blessed and honored to have the ability to do the work that's dear to my heart. The AOC Access to Justice work, Michelle Barclay is my direct supervisor, and she just lets me run with initiatives. Noelle, thank you for being here too from the AOC. And Cynthia Clanton, who is our director, I'm just grateful that I have. Yes, let's give her a round of applause. Cynthia always says, you know, Tabitha, no one can boss you, but she's a good boss. But I want to also, stop for a moment and thank Dr. Tucker. Because, it's so important to give people their flowers while they're here. I left Moultrie, Georgia, wanting to be a lawyer. Besides Claire Huxtable, I had never seen a black lady lawyer, ever. I get to college. I see Dr. Tucker. She's my professor. She's so humble, and she's really playing it down, but she literally took us under her wings. She would meet with us on Saturdays. She would let us come to her house. She taught us how to think like lawyers. She took up time with us. She helped us study for the LSAT. The only reason I went back to Albany State to teach for 7 years is because of Dr. Tucker. So thank you. And to my family and friends, my circle is complete, is tight, and I want you all to stand. My baby, stand first, baby. That's my preemie. He's going to college. He got 6 scholarships. I'm proud of him. My other 2 kids are not here tonight. And my mom, please stand. My heart, listen, you talk about never having an excuse. You never will have an excuse to say you can't do something or you shouldn't do something or there's no way. There are no excuses. Thank you, Mama. And to my friends and sisters, will y'all please stand, and my nephews, thank you for being my support. Thank you. Thank you all.
And our final 2022 Commitment to Equality Award winners are John Koenig, the managing partner of Barnes & Thornburg, and Barnes & Thornburg, LLP.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives in the legal industry abound at Barnes & Thornburg. However, they are not just initiatives or programs. Instead, all are part of the firm's long-standing core values, fully and deliberately integrated into the way they do business. Notably within the firm, several initiatives can be tied directly to their DEI commitment, including 6 talent resource groups, the Diversity Matters podcast, 4 1L diversity scholarships, participation in the 5th cohort of the Mansfield Rule, 16 weeks of parental leave at 100% pay for all talent, the Pre-Law Scholars Program, and more. Barnes & Thornburg is excited about their success here in Atlanta. They earned the distinction as the 2nd fastest growing law firm in 2022 and a best place to work in 2020 and 2021 by the Atlanta Business Chronicle. John T.L. Koenig currently serves as the Atlanta office managing partner. He is proud of the fact that the office has a very diverse, experienced group of attorneys from different walks of life. In addition to growing the Atlanta office, John is a community advocate, actively participating as a board member for the Sandy Springs Mission, and was recently named the firm's 2021 Camille Conway Diversity Award recipient, which is given to the teammate who most typifies the firm's staunch commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute John T.L. Koenig and Barnes & Thornburg, LLP.
Hi everyone, this is John Koenig. I'm the managing partner of the Atlanta office of Barnes & Thornburg, and on behalf of all of us here, thank you so much to the State Bar of Georgia and the selection committee for honoring us with the Commitment to Equality Awards. We could not be more proud and more humble in accepting this award. I'm sorry I'm not able to be there in person. I had a scheduling conflict that's probably been in the making for about 22 years. Our youngest of 3 children is graduating from college, so I'm here watching her walk across the stage. But I'm so proud of the State Bar, my bar, for hosting awards like this. I think it's so important for all of us to have, open and honest and authentic conversations surrounding equality, and certainly appreciate the bar and everything you're doing to promote those types of conversations. And really, I'm so proud of our team in Atlanta. It's a very inclusive group, wonderful group of attorneys, and I'll turn it over to one of my colleagues now to accept the award on behalf of the office. Thank you again.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Enrique Diggs, and I am an attorney at Barnes & Thornburg, and it is such a pleasure and an honor to accept this award on behalf of the Atlanta office of Barnes & Thornburg and our amazing office managing partner, who you just saw on the screen, John Koenig. He has a really good excuse for not being here. I was a little annoyed at first. I just wanted to come and chill and, thought he would give the acceptance speech, but again, he has a good reason not to be here, and I am honored to stand in his shoes and to thank you for this award. Our commitment to equality starts from the top. I think everybody would agree that when your leaders set the tone, it really makes a difference. And not only does John stand for equality, he's also a remarkable partner in terms of how he demonstrates his commitment. And one example of that is the way in which he partners with our office administrator, Ms. Terry Walker, who is here today. Right there. Everybody knows that law firms can be very hierarchical. John is a partner, Terry is not an attorney, but I think most people will tell you that Terry is just as important, if not more important, than John. And together, they really set the tone in terms of the spirit of the Atlanta office, which is one that is deeply committed to equality. I joined the office a year and a half ago, specifically because of their commitment to diversity. And I'll just give you a quick example of the efforts that we're making in that direction. So we have 12 associates and summer associates. Of those 12, 8 are women. Of those 8, 5 are women of color. Of those 5, 4 are black women, the least represented at big law firms. And by the way, I'm not one of them. I'm really old. I'm much older than associates. But that's just a little snapshot of how we put our commitment to equality into action. And it is also just based on a very, very simple premise, which is that we are all human beings deserving of respect and recognition. It's that simple. With that premise, with that core belief, you don't have what happens in Buffalo and the countless examples we have of people who do not recognize that we are all equal. So thank you again, and I look forward to interacting with more of you as I settle into being in Atlanta. As you can tell, I'm not from here, yes? But it has been really a great move in my own career to join this law firm, and I look forward to continuing to lead the charge when it comes to equality. Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to the 2022 One to Watch Award. This is a relatively new award for our committee, and we are excited to recognize the efforts of young lawyers who are deeply committed to providing opportunities that foster a more diverse legal profession for members of underrepresented groups in Georgia. And this year, we are pleased to recognize Ben Torres.
Benjamin Ben Torres has already made a substantial impact on underrepresented and minority groups in Georgia. The same year he was barred, he was elected to the board of directors for the Stonewall Bar Association of Georgia. Stonewall is a professional association of attorneys, judges, law students, paralegals, and other legal professionals who support the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people and who oppose discrimination based upon sexual orientation or gender identity. Ben was recently elevated to an executive position with Stonewall, and he currently serves as secretary and as chair of the organization's outreach committee. At King & Spalding, Ben serves as treasurer of the firm's Latinx Affinity Group. The group is an internal firm organization serving the interests of Latinx attorneys and staff. Ben is also committed to directly engaging with underserved communities via pro bono representation. For example, he serves the Trevor Project, which is a nonprofit organization with the goal of ending suicide among LGBTQ+ youth with various ongoing projects throughout the year. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute the one to watch, Benjamin Ben Torres.
So, I'm not Ben Torres, but I do have the honor tonight of saying just a few words about Ben, who really struck me from the beginning, from when he came to the firm, as an outstanding person and an outstanding lawyer. And so I have a minute. Ben, I am, as diversity chair at King & Spalding and a partner at the firm, I am really honored with what you represent and what you have done in this well-deserved recognition tonight. Ben has really demonstrated a long-standing and a profound commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. He does this not just at King & Spalding, and just briefly at the firm. He is one of the leaders of the Latinx affinity groups. He has done a lot in terms of mentoring not just lawyers, but also law students. He helps plan activities for the Latinx affinity group at the firm, and it builds a sense of culture at the firm and a sense of belonging. And so you are mature beyond your years in those things that you do, and I'd like to commend you for that. But as you've heard, Ben also is a recognized leader with the Stonewall Bar Association, and again is on the board of directors, and that is commendable, again, beyond your years in maturity. And so we're very proud of you for all that you're doing in that community. And for all of us, I think if you ask people about Ben and what he contributes and what he has done and what he represents, the overwhelming consensus is that Ben is really one of a kind. And so he is certainly one to watch. Ben, we're all watching. We're all very proud of you. And I'd like to congratulate you on behalf of King & Spalding. And certainly we are honored with this award with the State Bar of Georgia for your outstanding efforts. And so congratulations. Well done.
Receiving this award is the greatest honor of my career. I know that's pretty funny. I didn't realize how funny it was until just now. I was born here in Atlanta, and so I really do feel like a son of Georgia. But growing up as a member of Georgia's LGBTQ and Latino communities wasn't always easy. And now that I'm an attorney, which is still kind of weird for me, I realize that us attorneys, we have a unique perspective into the legal problems that minority communities face. These problems can arise from statute, by regulation or ordinance, by order, by enforcement, by rhetoric, and by fear of the unknown. I personally think of providing gender-affirming care to transgender youth. I think of fear-mongering political campaigns, and I think of the immigrant family just struggling for a sense of safety and stability. And I know that last one pretty well because my father immigrated here from Mexico. Dad, if you could please stand. And my mother immigrated to Atlanta from Carrollton, Georgia. Mother. Mom, could you please stand? I truly was lucky because they taught me that, they taught me the value of hard work, of, rolling up your sleeve, of compassion, and that love truly knows no boundaries. So when I graduated from UGA Law in 2019, I promised myself that no matter where I ended up, I would contribute to the communities that raised me and to other equally deserving communities that face similar issues. And so in some, I can't believe where I ended up, to be quite honest. I would like to thank my firm, King & Spalding, for the wonderful opportunities for service that it provides, for believing in me. I'd like to thank the Stonewall Bar Association of Georgia for broadening my horizons and broadening my professional networks, and for all of the bar associations in Atlanta that are diverse and that push those same goals forward. I'd like to thank my friends and family for supporting me at every step. Without you, I couldn't do it. And sorry to garner so much applause, but could you please stand, my friends and family, my friends. Yes, thank you. This award fires me up to continue the work, and it reminds me that with a little bit of elbow grease and compassion, that anything is possible. Thank you.
All right, we will now turn to our 2021 award recipients, and we will start again with the Randolph W. Thrower Lifetime Achievement Awards for 2021. Our first honoree is John Clark.
Attorney John M. Clark is a military veteran, accomplished attorney, proud Christian, and dedicated family man. Attorney Clark achieved the rank of Specialist 5 in the United States Army before he was honorably discharged in 1971. After serving his country, he matriculated at Savannah State University and graduated cum laude in 1975. He then went on to earn his Juris Doctorate from Southern University Law Center in 1978. After successfully passing the Georgia Bar bar. Attorney Clark became the first African-American attorney to practice law in Elberton, Georgia, as a member of the Northern Circuit District Attorney's Office. He eventually opened his own general practice with a focus on civil rights. Attorney Clark teamed with several other lawyers to successfully force the city of Elberton to move to a ward voting system. That ruling led to more African-American voices in Elberton city government and more lawsuits in surrounding counties to assist them in doing the same. Though he has always enjoyed his work, it was not always easy. In fact, it was sometimes perilous. Attorney Clark recently vacated the position of president of the Elbert County branch of the NAACP after 22 years. Prior to that, he received numerous accolades and served in a number of leadership roles. With this stellar and groundbreaking reputation in hand, Attorney John Clark joined forces with his daughter to form Clark and Clark Law Group LLC in January of 2015. He serves as the founding partner and lead attorney in the Elberton office. He is joyously awaiting the forthcoming release of his biography, Daddy Tell Me a Story, a compilation of his life and legacy written by his daughter and partner-in-law. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute our Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Attorney John M. Clark.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I must say I am grateful, I am thankful to be here this evening. But I must say first, as I sat there and I thought, how did I get here? I have to raise that question. Born on a 110-acre farm in 1949, having no electricity and being terrorized by our neighbors, this white man. And I said, how did I get here, even to be a lawyer, as I reminisce? After my father died in 1965, didn't have television, so I had never seen a lawyer, white nor black. In 1966, the Spirit came on me and said, you're going to be a lawyer. Some people may not believe it, but that's what happened. So I didn't have a role model or mentor. My God was my role model and my mentor, and I have to share that. I couldn't go home if I didn't, and I couldn't rest if I didn't. Now, certainly my father was a role model in the sense of being persecuted or prosecuted, and that's why God put me on the path, a path where I had no fear. I just moved forward, and that is why I'm here. But I do say this, my mother kept my secret that I was going to be a lawyer, and I thank God for her today because someone could have derailed that. So it is so humbling to be at my point in life, to live to this day, to receive this award recognizing the kind of work that God blessed me to do, I am so humbled. And I want to recognize also lawyers that I admired. The late C.B. King out of Albany, Georgia. The late Maynard Jackson. When I couldn't get a job in Elbert County, I wanted to be there. I called the mayor and said, can you find me a job here in Atlanta? And he said yes, but I didn't want to come to Atlanta. I wanted to be in Elbert County, next to Oglethorpe County, where my family was terrorized. And I got a job there, not because they wanted me, but God fixed it so I would be there. I've been there for 42 years. And I'm just so grateful to live to see this day, that somebody thought enough for me to recommend me for this award. Don't have much to say, but I do want to recognize two other individuals. Ken Dalias. Ken, the first African-American lawyer in Athens. He mentored me, gave me work to do when he didn't have much work to do himself, and I thank him. The late Bobby Hill in Savannah, Georgia, from Athens, great litigator. I admired him, really supported him at his late time in life. Tom Jackson over in Macon, Georgia, great mentor to me. These are lawyers who I looked up to because they were what I call lawyers in the role. And that's what I wanted to do. And God has blessed me to do that. Blessed me with a lovely wife of 48 years. Mary, would you stand up? Mary, would you stand up, please? And you know, your work speaks for itself. I thank God for a lovely daughter. I asked God one thing about a child. I said, and when she was born, I said, Lord, bless her, give her a double portion of what you gave me. And he did, intellectually, spiritually, and she's a great litigator. Now I can sit with her and watch her litigate cases at this point in life. So God will bless you, and he gave her a double portion of what he gave me. Things that I can't do or wasn't able to do, he gave all that to her that I desired, but he said, you can't have that. He gave it to her. And again, I want to thank the committee. I want to thank those who saw fit to recommend me for this award. And I just want to continue to do the work that I've been doing, but as I decrease, I'm pushing these young African-American lawyers across the state to do a better job, to stand in the face of racism, stand in the face of fear, and just don't fear. Be willing to die if necessary, because you're not willing to die, you're not fit to live. Thank you.
Our next 2021 Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Miles Alexander. Mr. Alexander is not here this evening, but he is watching us on live stream, and we are excited for this presentation on his behalf.
Miles J. Alexander, senior partner with Kilpatrick, Townsend, and Stockton LLP in Atlanta, which he joined in 1958, is one of the true elder statesmen of Georgia's legal community. Consistently ranked as one of the world's leading trademark lawyers during his more than 6 decades in the profession, Alexander is equally renowned for his career-long commitment to fighting discrimination as a leader in the Anti-Defamation League. While a student at Emory, he and his lifelong friend won the Emory All-Campus Debate Tournament. The victorious final round topic: that the Emory Graduate School's refusal to admit African Americans violated the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution. The topic set the stage for Mr. Alexander's lifelong commitment to civil rights and pro bono work, which in 2012 earned him both the Emory Medal and induction into the Gate City Bar Hall of Fame. After graduating from Emory in 1952, Mr. Alexander attended Harvard Law School, received his JD, and served as an attorney in the Air Force before joining Kilpatrick Townsend in Stockton. Because of his work and that of lawyers he teamed with, there's no such thing as Betty Crocker paint. Domino's Pizza kept its name despite the Domino Sugar Company, and the work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is protected from misuse. A true champion for brand names and civil rights, he is held in high esteem for his lifelong commitment to pro bono work and civic involvement. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute our Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Miles J. Alexander.
We're pleased to accept Miles' award on his behalf. I had the opportunity to speak with his daughter, Paige, yesterday, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Carter Center here in Atlanta, and the family is very excited and appreciate our recognition of Miles and our acceptance of the award. Our next honoree, our next Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award for 2021 is a friend that many of us know, Patrice Perkins Hooker.
Patrice M. Perkins Hooker is the administrative partner at Johnson & Freeman, LLC. She rejoined the firm after 5 years of distinguished service as the county attorney for Fulton County, Georgia. Prior to joining Fulton County, she served as the vice president and general counsel for the Atlanta Beltline Incorporated for 6 years. Perkins Hooker is an honors graduate of Georgia Tech and received her graduate degrees from Emory University Law and Business Schools. She was admitted into the bar in 1984. Attorney Perkins Hooker is the first person of color to be elected president of the State Bar of Georgia in 2014. She is the current chair of the board of Hosea Feed the Hungry and a director of the John Marshall School of Law. Patrice has received numerous honors for her service to the legal profession and the community, including being inducted into the Gate City Bar Association's Hall of Fame, being presented the Lee Award Sears Award for Distinction in the Profession by the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys, being presented an honorary degree from the John Marshall Law School, and many more. She also received the Phoenix Award from the Mayor of Atlanta, the highest honor bestowed on citizens in Atlanta for their outstanding contributions. She is happily married to Douglas R. Hooker, and they have 2 children, 8 grandchildren, and 1 great-granddaughter. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute our Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Patrice M. Perkins Hooker.
Anybody who's wondering. It's my honor to greet you this evening, late, but still relevant, on behalf of the entire State Bar of Georgia, some 53,000 some odd members. I'm immediate past President Dawn M. Jones, and on behalf of Patrice, I'd like to share the remarks that she asked me to provide to you this evening for this incredible honor. Good evening, members of the Committee to Promote Inclusion in the Profession. I am sorry that I'm not able to be there to thank you personally for the honor of being selected as the recipient of the 2021 Randolph Thrower Lifetime Achievement Award. I am also doubly honored by the fact that my dear friend, past State Bar President Attorney Dawn Jones, was willing to accept this award on my behalf. I had the opportunity to work with Attorney Thrower when I assisted with the negotiations to consolidate Clark College and Atlanta University. I know what type of man he was and his commitment to serve this community. I practiced law and been of service to the members of the State Bar of Georgia and citizens of Georgia for over 38 years. During that time, I've had the opportunity to serve in numerous leadership positions. I have always tried to make a difference to the members of our profession and the people that we serve. I am glad that the committee decided to present your annual awards in person this year, and that you were kind enough to include those of us who were honored last year. Thank you to the committee for this extraordinary honor, and special congratulations to this year's recipients, including my friend, C.K. Hoffler, the recipient of the 2022 Randolph Thoreau Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you. And I will give it to Patrice.
Okay. Our 2021 Commitment to Equality Awards recipients. Our first honoree is Mecca Anderson.
Over the past 10 years, Mecca Anderson has practiced law as a trial attorney representing catastrophically injured plaintiffs, clerked for a trial judge and the Georgia Supreme Court, and served as chief of staff for a Georgia Supreme Court justice. Since 2012, she has taught professionalism to new lawyers for the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys Professional Development Academy, or PDA. She's been serving as the dean of PDA since 2019. Mecca serves on the executive committee for the Georgia Trial Lawyers Association, the DeKalb Bar Association, and the DeKalb Volunteer Lawyers Association. She earned her law degree from Valparaiso University School of Law and a BA in Humanities from New College of California. In addition to practicing law, Mecca has experience in insurance, residential, and commercial real estate, and local government. She brings her unique skill set and vast experience to clients as principal of Mecca Anderson LLC, a legal services boutique. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute Mecca Anderson.
Thank you all, and thank you to the committee, and thank you to Gadbois for nominating me for this award. I'm one of those people who don't really deal with things until it's time, right? I don't get excited for Christmas until Christmas Eve. I don't get excited for vacation until we're on the plane. But I think I probably should have dealt with what this award meant before today, because I'm really emotional about being included with everybody that we've seen here today. And I've only been practicing for 11 years. But I come from a family of service, right? It's required to serve. And I don't see the work that we do as a job, and I don't even see it as a profession. I see it as a calling. And I believe that this is what I was born and meant to do. I came to the law later in my life and later in my career because I needed to do something that would make my parents very proud and that would set an example for my daughter, and I think I've done that. They're watching from California right now. I love you guys. You saw from the pictures in the video that many people in this room are a part of my life and a part of my journey, particularly CK. You are in there a lot because I modeled myself professionally and personally after you, whether you are aware of that or not. So to be in this moment and on this stage at the same time as you is a little bit, it's a big deal for me. I didn't expect that till much later, you know, in my career. The reason why Gadbois nominated me and I think I was selected is because of my absolute obsession and passion with the work for the Professional Development Academy. And what we do through the Professional Development Academy with the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys is we accept mostly black women, but of course we're open to everyone, who have been practicing from 0 to 6 years, and we teach them professionalism. We teach them the behind the scenes of our profession. We don't go through legal writing, we don't do legal research or things like that, but we talk about how to enter a space, how to take up space, how to present yourself, how to build relationships, and how to serve. And I encourage you all to send your mentees and your associates and colleagues to us. We will train them up. We will make them proud and to be part of this profession, and they will in turn make you proud. I hope to continue to do this work. I certainly hope that Gabwa does not take this role from me anytime soon. I've been serving on this board for 10 years, since I was a first-year attorney, and I hope to continue to do this work so that one day I can come back as a lifetime recipient myself. God bless you all. Thank you.
Our next 2021 Commitment to Equality Award winner is also unable to be with us this evening, but we are very pleased to honor Gary Spencer.
A native of Paterson, New Jersey, R. Gary Spencer, after receiving his undergraduate and law degrees from Howard University, practiced with the legal services of Greater Miami, the Miami-Dade Public Defender's Office, the Fulton County Public Defender's Office, and the Federal Defender Program for the Northern District of Georgia. He opened R. Gary Spencer PC in April of 1997. In addition to practicing law, Gary has been a community activist since college, advocating for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, the abolition of apartheid in South Africa, Black Lives Matter, and the enforcement of voting rights. He is active in the national and local Poor People's Campaign and has headed the Social Action Committee at his church for many years. Gary serves on the faculty at the Bill Daniel Trial Advocacy Program, a program designed for younger criminal defense lawyers without much trial experience. He is a current member and a past president of the Gate City Bar Association, a member of the National Bar Association, along with several others. Over the years, Gary has volunteered with the ACLU of Georgia, the National Lawyers Guild, and the National Conference of Black Lawyers. Gary is married to Becky Meyer Spencer and has one son, of whom he is very proud. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute R. Gary Spencer.
Committee accepts the award on Gary's behalf. Our final award of the evening is the 2021 One to Watch Award, and our recipient is Courtney Johnson.
Courtney Johnson is a senior attorney in the Domestic Relations Unit of the Atlanta Legal Aid Society, Incorporated. She has been an attorney with the Domestic Relations Unit since January of 2016. She has experience with a variety of family law issues and takes pride in representing a client base that's often overlooked. Courtney is very involved within the Atlanta Legal Aid Society. She is the summer intern coordinator and has successfully planned 2 remote summer programs with over 20 interns each summer. She is also the co-chair for the Employee-Led Diversity and Inclusion Committee. As co-chair, she helps to provide a safe space for employees and helps to advocate for the celebration of inclusivity at the Atlanta Legal Aid Society. Courtney is a proud alumna of Spelman College, where she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts. She is also a graduate of the Howard University School of Law. Courtney is a proud member of the Georgia Bar's Inclusion Committee and has recently joined the Executive Committee of the Atlanta Bar Association's Family Law Section. Courtney loves spending time with her husband and her 2 most important clients, her 2 sons. Ladies and gentlemen, we salute Courtney Johnson.
Has been a spectacular way for us to recognize the achievements of those members in our community who hold these important values in the highest esteem. We are so pleased that you have been able to join us on this journey, and we know the importance of this work to you. I want to thank the committee. I want to thank the State Bar for enabling us to put on such a wonderful event honoring all of you and the work that you do. And I want to encourage you to continue your participation and to be present in the moment and to continue the work. We all know what to do, so let's go do it. Thank you.
Where are you from in Buffalo?